This is Top Goal Term 1 Final Revision. أهلا وسهلا بحضراتكم في المراجعة النهائية لمنهج Top Goal الترم الأول. We have some new vocabs. عندنا كلمات بالون بالون bus bus drum drum photo photo camera camera playground playground guitar guitar dangerous dangerous it means خطير poster poster it means ملصق terrible terrible it means فظيع surprised surprised متفاجئ different different مختلف afraid afraid خائف naughty naughty سلوكه مش مظبوط brilliant brilliant ذكي exciting exciting حماسي strong strong قوي shy shy خجول weak weak ضعيف lazy lazy كسول grandson grandson حفيد chatty chatty رغاي بيتكلم كتير kind kind طيب عطوف uncle uncle عم أو خال cousin cousin ابن العم أو ابن الخال بنت العم أو بنت الخالة granddaughter granddaughter حفيدة tired tired متعب parents parents mom and dad الوالدين aunts aunts الخالات أو العمات helpful helpful مساعد أو خدوم. So these are the vocabs. The most important one دي أهم حاجة طبعا المهمين. And then we're gonna move to the structure or grammar القواعد. Today we're going to speak about comparative المقارنة. If you are alone I cannot compare you. لو أنت لوحدك أو حاجة لوحدها مش هقدر أعمل مقارنة. That's because you are one علشان أنت لوحدك. But if you are two يعني لو حضراتكم اتنين أو شيئين so I can compare هنا هقدر أعمل مقارنة. Comparative it means to compare between two. المقارنة معناها أقارن ما بين اتنين. And when I'm making comparison with adjectives. أنا لما بقارن ما بين حاجات أو أشياء أو إنسان بقارن في الصفات adjectives. So we have an adjective like cute. It means لطيف. This is cute because you are alone. هي كده على وضعها لأن أنا بوصف شخص واحد. أحمد is cute. منى is cute. The same as scary, fast, big. نفس الفكرة في scary أو fast أو big. But when you are two لما حضراتكم بتكونوا اتنين أو شيئين I mean comparative مقارنة ما بين اتنين I'm gonna add ER. It's gonna be cuter, scarier, faster, bigger. ليه؟ لأن انتوا حضراتكم اتنين. يعني أحمد is cuter than محمد. The lion is scarier than the snake. Horse is faster than a donkey. Elephant is bigger than a mouse. هنا أنا بقارن ما بين اتنين استخدمت ال ER في نهاية الصفة وبعدها كلمة than. So with short adjective لما الصفة تكون قصيرة بضيف ER وبعدها than لما بكون أعمل comparative مقارنة ما بين اتنين. طيب لو كانت الصفة طويلة شوية يعني هنا cute قصيرة scary fast big صفة قصيرة short adjective. طب لو كانت صفة طويلة شوية long adjective زي كلمة exciting boring dangerous difficult. الصفة هنا طويلة فمش هينفع أضيف لها ال ER و then فبالتالي بعمل إيه؟ بضيف we're gonna add more before the adjective. هضيف كلمة more قبل الصفة. So it's gonna be more exciting, more boring, more dangerous, more difficult. لما باجي أعمل comparative ما بين اتنين مع الصفة الطويلة بضيف more. So we're gonna say football is more exciting than basketball. Um, we're gonna say football is more boring than tennis. The snake is more dangerous than the lion. Science is more difficult than English. يبقى كده احنا عرفنا المقارنة ما بين اتنين لما تكون الصفة قصيرة we're gonna add er than، لما تكون الصفة طويلة more and than. طيب يبقى انت لما حضرتك كنت واحد كنت بضيف الصفة لوحدها. when you are alone I'm gonna say just the adjective like Ahmed is cute. but when you are two لما بتكونوا اتنين بعمل comparative مقارنة ما بين اتنين فبالتالي بضيف ال er with than. so when you are two I'm making comparative so I'm gonna add er plus than like Ahmed is cuter than محمد. طب لو كنتوا بقى تلاتة أو أكتر super أنا عايز السوبر بقارن ده بتلاتة أو بأكتر. So هنا ما بتبقاش comparative هنا بسميها superlative صفة تفضيل أو صيغة التفضيل بتكون مختلفة طبعا. I'm gonna add the and then est لما تكون الصفة قصيرة بضيف the قبل الصفة وبعد في الصفة نفسها بضيف لها est لما تكون قصيرة. يعني مثلا هتبقى the cutest, the scariest, the fastest, the biggest. I'm gonna give you an example. أحمد is the cutest student ever. أحمد ده أطيب مثلا أو أكتر حد كويس أو جميل في العالم كله. The snake is the scariest animal. A horse is the fastest animal. Elephant is the biggest animal. For example على سبيل الأمثلة. طب لو كانت الصفة طويلة بقى هنعمل إيه؟ هنضيف the وmost وبعدين الصفة. So if the adjective is long, I mean I have a long adjective, I'm gonna add the plus most plus the long adjective. على سبيل المثال football is the most exciting sport. Basketball is the most boring sport. Snake is the most dangerous animal. Science is the most difficult subject على سبيل الأمثلة. اوكي يبقى لما حضرتك كان عندك صفة سواء كانت قصيرة أو طويلة وحضرتك كنت لوحدك كنت بتضيف الصفة لوحدها. أحمد is cute. Snake is dangerous. ده لما كنت one فما كانش فيه comparative ولا superlative ما كانش فيه مقارنة أصلا. That's because you are one علشان أنت لوحدك. But when you are two لما كنتوا اتنين كان حاجة من الاتنين. لو صفة قصيرة بتضيف ال er with than. أحمد is cuter than محمد. ولو كانت صفة طويلة كنت بتضيف more with than. Snake is more dangerous than the lion. ولما كنت بتقارن ثلاثة أو أكتر I mean superlative صيغة تفضيل لو كانت الصفة قصيرة كنت بتضيف the وال est. ولو كانت الصفة طويلة كنت بتضيف the وموست والصفة like Ahmed is the cutest. Snake is the most dangerous animal. So when you are making comparative, if you are alone, I cannot make a comparative. That's because you're alone. I cannot make superlative. That's because you're alone. But when you are two, so I can make comparative by if the adjective is short, I'm gonna add er plus than, like Ahmed is cuter than Muhammad. And if the adjective is long, I'm gonna add more plus the adjective plus than, like Ahmed is more handsome than Muhammad. But if you are three, I'm gonna make superlative. That's because you are three or more. So if the adjective is short, I'm gonna add the plus est, like Ahmed is the cutest student ever. But if the adjective is long, I'm gonna add the plus most plus the adjective, like Ahmed is the most handsome boy ever. And then how can I make sure that my adjective is long or short. طيب اتاكد ازاي اذا كانت الصفه بتاعتي اللي بعمل بيها المقارنه هي قصيره ولا طويله؟ احنا بنقسم الكلمه ل syllables يعني مقاطع صوتيه. هنا عندنا الادجكتيف الصفه وعدد السيلابلز بتاعتها على سبيل الامثله، وهنا لما نعمل بيها comparative مقارنه ما بين اتنين، superlative مقارنه ما بين ثلاثه. So if the adjective is big, so it's very short because it has one syllable عندها مقطع صوتي واحد. So we're gonna add er and then. In superlative, I'm gonna add the est. The adjective dangerous is very long because it has three syllables. So I'm gonna add more plus the adjective plus than in the comparative. And then in the superlative, I'm gonna add the plus most plus the adjective. If my adjective is tall, so it consists of one syllable, so I'm gonna add er plus than in the comparative, and in the superlative, I'm gonna add the plus est. If my adjective is difficult, for example, difficult is a long adjective, consists of three syllables, so I'm gonna add more plus the adjective plus than in the comparative, and in the superlative, I'm gonna add the plus most plus the adjective. So I have an example. He's saying do as shown between brackets. اعمل زي ما طالب من حضرتك. جايب لك كلمة my sister short me وبيقول لك اعمل comparative. So I'm just refreshing your minds. Comparative it means two. أول حاجة أروح أدور عليها الادجكتيف بتاعتي short. الادجكتيف بتاعتي short ولا long؟ هي short واسمها short. Thank you. So my adjective is short. أنا عامل مقارنة comparative على صفة قصيرة. So I'm gonna say my sister is shorter than me. طب ليه؟ علشان short قصيرة، صفة قصيرة، فبالتالي I added er, ضفت er and than. Okay. Number two, I have skydiving, dangerous sports. وعايز من حضرتك superlative مقارنة تفضيلية. I mean three or more. هو هنا بيقارن السكاي دايفنج بكل الرياضات، وهنا الادجكتيف بتاعتي شورت ولا لونج؟ لونج، فبالتالي هنا هضيف most with that طبعا، فهقول sky diving is the most dangerous sports. Okay. In Top Goal 1 Term 1 we're studying present simple. احنا بندرس المضارع البسيط في الترم الأول من منهج Top Goal. وعندنا ال present simple it means something that happens now، حاجة بتحصل دلوقتي. It's very simple like Mr. Samir opens the door, Mr. Samir closes the door. Like Ahmed goes to school every day, students go to school every day. المضارع البسيط بيعبر عن عادات. طب العادة دي الhabit you can do it always, usually, often, sometimes or never. العادة دي ممكن انت تكون بتعملها بنسب كل يوم، يوم في الأسبوع، مرة في السنة، ما بتعملهاش خالص. أعبر عنها ازاي؟ You have something called adverbs of frequency. عندنا حاجة اسمها ظروف التكرار. If you do the thing every day I mean always, so it's 100%. So that's always لو بتعملها على طول جدا يبقى always. If you do it like 80% لو بتعمل الحاجة دي بنسبة 80%، so usually. If you do it like 60% لو بتعملها مثلا بنسبة 60%، so this is often. And by the way you can say often or often، الاتنين صح. And if you do it like 30% لو بتعملها بنسبة 30%، so this is sometimes. لو ما بتعملش الحاجة دي خالص so zero I mean never. طيب أنا لما أجي أسأل حضرتك when I ask you how many times you do it بتعمل الحاجة دي قد إيه؟ I'm gonna ask you with how often or how often بتعمل الحاجة دي قد إيه. So to ask about adverb frequencies we use how often. This is very important. So how to make a sentence in the present simple. I'm gonna get the subject هجيب الفاعل بتاعي singular or plural, then I'm gonna add the adverb of frequency, and then I'm gonna add the verb like Ahmed always goes to school, students always go to school. I'm gonna give you an example here. How often do you play station? So here How often do you play PlayStation? This is the question, how often. Then this is the verb do علشان هنا عندنا you. And this is the main verb which is play. هنا قايل لحضرتك 60%, so you're gonna say I often play PlayStation in the weekend. Another question, how often do you brush your teeth? هنا استخدمت do علشان you وأدي المين verb الفعل الأساسي. وهنا بيقول لحضرتك 100%, so you're gonna say I always brush my teeth. And then how often does your sister go to the park? 80%. هنا ليه قلت does بقى؟ علشان sister singular مفرد فاخترت لها does. And then this is the main verb which is go. And this is 80%, so I'm gonna say she usually go to the park. And we have questions. Order the words to make sentences. رتب علشان تعمل جمل. We have the word dinner. My mom makes often. How to make a sentence? I'm gonna get the subject, which is my mom, and then the verb or the adverb of frequency. Yes, excellent. Adverbs of frequency. So here we have often. So I'm gonna say my mom often, and then the verb, which is makes, and then blah 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 like dinner. Number two, we have the word never. I tennis play, and we want to make a sentence. We're gonna get the subject. هنبدأ بالفاعل اللي هو I, and then the adverb of frequency ظرف التكرار which is never, and then the verb which is play, and then blah 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 like tennis. So it's gonna be I never play tennis. So again, always it means all the time. Usually, never it means nothing. Okay, thank you. Here we're gonna learn how to make an order. ازاي نعمل ترتيب. We know the number. There is a difference between the number, I mean the digits, and the order. Of course we know the numbers. كلنا عارفين النمبر like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 blah blah blah. لكن أنا لما باجي أعمل ترتيب عايز أقول أحمد طلع الأول، مش هقول أحمد طلع 1. No, I cannot say that. لازم أقول أحمد طلع الأول مثلا. So we have first it means الأول, second الثاني, third الثالث, fourth الرابع, 10th العاشر, 12th ال 12, 13th ال 13, 16th ال 16, 18th ال 18, 20th ال 20. طب بعملها ازاي؟ الفكرة كلها ان انا باخد اخر حرفين. First, so this is number 1 plus ST. Second انا باخد ال ND, 2 ND. Third باخد ال RD, 3 RD. Fourth I'm gonna take from number 4 to number 19 على سبيل المثال I'm gonna say TH like 4th, 10th, 12th. So I'm gonna take TH الأخيرة بس. Okay? Okay. So this is number 1, so it's first الأول. Number 4, so it's gonna be fourth. Number 3, so it's gonna be third. Number 2, so it's gonna be second ND. طيب هنا reorder بيقول لك اعمل لي ترتيب، جايب لك second, third, first, fourth. انا هبدأ بالأول first، الثاني second، الثالث third، الرابع fourth. And to ask about relative pronoun use whose. علشان أسأل عن الملكية بستخدم whose. لمن هذا. So for example, whose book is this? لو بتاع حضرتك ممكن تقول my book or it's mine بتاعي أنا. Whose car is this? وهنا عايز تقول إن هو بتاعته هو. So you're gonna say it's his. I mean his car. Whose hat is this? بتاعت مين دي؟ وقال لك she يبقى عايز تقول إن هي بتاعتها هي. So it's gonna be hers. It's hers. So if it's I, it's gonna be my or mine. If it's you, it's gonna be your or yours. He, his. She, her or hers. We, our or ours. It, its. They, their or theirs. Like, I have a book. This is my book or this is mine. You have a book. This is your book or this is yours. He has a book, so this is his book. She has a book, so this is her book or hers. We have a book, so this is our book or ours. It has a branch, so this is its a branch. They have a book, so this is their book or theirs. We have a question saying it's my car, my. So it's gonna be mine. It's his car, his. So it's gonna be his. It's her car, her. So it's gonna be hers. I'm just refreshing your mind that if we are speaking in the past, we're gonna use was or were. Was for singular للمفرد and were for the plural للجمع. I'm gonna give you examples. I بتيجي معاها was or wasn't. He was or wasn't. It was or wasn't. Were هنا بتاخد معاها you were or weren't. We were or weren't. They were, weren't. Like, I was excited, I wasn't excited. He was at school, he wasn't at school. She was at school, she wasn't at school. It was a beautiful night, it wasn't a beautiful night. And we are making a question by saying was she or was he. هنعمل مقص هنجيب الverb الأول وبعد كده السبجect. You were brilliant, you weren't brilliant. We were late, we weren't late. They were buying shoes, they weren't happy. When we make a question لما نيجي نعمل سؤال بنعمل مقص يعني بنجيب السبجكت في الأول. المفروض لو بتعمل جملة هتجيب السبجكت في الأول وبعدها الverb. But when you make a question لكن لما بتعمل سؤال بتجيب الverb في الأول وبعد كده السبجكت. We have questions. My parents was where is at work. Parents it means mom and dad. Singular or plural? Plural yes جمع فبالتالي was مش هتنفع للسنجلر المفرد. is مش هتنفع لأن هي للسنجلر المفرد ولكن was للسنجلر الماضي و is للسنجلر في المضارع. So was for singular in the past is for singular in the present. أنا هنا عايز plural فبالتالي الوحيدة اللي تنفع where which is plural for the past للجمع في الماضي. I هنا أنا هحلها على أساس I was I is I were sleep. ال I مش بتيجي معاها is ولا were لأن is for the singular in the present للمفرد في المضارع were for the plural in the past were للجمع في الماضي. الوحيدة اللي تنفع هي was لأن هي بتعبر عن السنجلر in the past. And here we have questions and answers. So he's asking you, how often do you help your parents? He said, I always help them after school. What are you afraid of? He said, I am afraid of spiders. Are you shy? Yes, I am. What school subject is more interesting? It's English. What school subject is the most difficult? I think math. So هو هنا بيعلمك how to make a question ازاي تعمل سؤال how to make an answer ازاي تعمل إجابة. هنا هو سأل ب how often عشان ده present simple مضارع بسيط وعايز يسأل عن قد إيه أنت بتعمل الحاجة دي. ليه استخدمنا do علشان you وبعد كده الفيرب الأساسي بتاعي هو وبعد كده بدأ يجاوب هو قال always دايما أنا بساعد في البيت بعد المدرسة. So he's asking how often because he's asking about how many times you do that thing and he uses do because we have you and this is the main verb and this is a question. WH question or question word plus the verb plus the subject plus the main verb plus blah blah blah. When you make an answer, you're gonna say, I always help them after school because he's gonna say that he all the time help them at school or after school, I'm sorry. So he said, this is the subject, and then this is the adverb of frequency, this is the verb, and this is blah blah blah. So number two هو بيقول what are you afraid of؟ ادي أداة الاستفهام بتاعتي بعدها الverb بعدها السبجكت الفاعل بعدها تكملة الجملة ولما جاوب قال I am afraid of spiders ادي السبجكت الفاعل وادي الverb وادي تكملة الجملة. So in number two he's asking with WH question plus the verb plus the subject plus blah blah blah. And when he make a question using WH then he make an answer using I, which is the subject, am, the verb, and blah blah blah. في رقم 3 are you shy؟ هو هنا عمل سؤال، ادي are الفاعل، سوري الفعل، وادي you الفاعل، وبعد كده تكملة الجملة. فحتى لما جاوب قال yes ممكن كان يقول no عادي جدا، وبعد كده جاب الفاعل، وبعد كده جاب الفعل. So number 3 he's asking with are. This is the verb, and then you, this is the subject. And when he making an answer, he used yes, and maybe he can use no. It's up to him or up to you. So he used yes plus the subject which is I plus the verb which is am. في رقم 4 what's school subject is more interesting؟ هو هنا استخدم أداة استفهام WH. بعد كده بدأ يسأل عن الحاجة نفسها، تمام، اللي هي school. وبعد كده بدأ يسأل عن السكول سبجكت اللي هي المادة المدرسية اللي بيسأل عنها أصلا. وبعد كده الفيرب بتاعك الفعل أهو، وبعد كده تكملة الجملة. ولما جاوب قال I think، أنا أعتقد، لأن دي مش إجابة نموذجية، هو براحته عادي، واختار هنا الإنجليش. So when he number 4 he's asking about the school subject, so he used WH question and then school subject, which is the thing that he wants to ask about, plus the verb plus blah blah blah. And when he make an answer, it's up to him. So he said think because he think he's not sure. So he used I, which is the subject, plus think, which is the verb, plus it, which is another subject, plus s, which is as, I mean a verb, plus blah blah blah. And he choose English because he think it's English. فرقم 5 نفس الفكرة، بس هنا بيسأل عن الحاجة الصعبة. فبدأ يسأل عن إيه المادة المدرسية الصعبة، فبدأ يسأل بوات، وبعد كده سأل بسكول سبجكت لأن هو دي اللي بيسأل عليها أصلا، وبعد كده أدي الفعل، وبعد كده تكملة الجملة. ولما جاوب برضه قال think لأن دي حاجة ترجع له، هو مش متأكد من إجابته، هو بيفتكر أو يعتقد كده. وبعد كده أدي الفعل الفعل، وبعد كده أدي فاعل، وبعد كده فعل تاني، وبعد كده المادة المدرسية اللي هي math. So number 5 he said that he wants to ask about what the school subject is the most difficult. هو عايز يسأل عن المادة المدرسية الصعبة. So he used WH question plus the school subject, which is the something that, or which is the thing that he wants to ask about, plus the verb and blah blah blah. And he used difficult because he wants to ask which one is not easy. And in the answer he used I, which is the subject, plus think, which is a verb, plus it, which is another subject, plus is, which is the verb, and here is math because he think it's math, he's not sure. Thank you so much and good luck.